Yo everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a review on a sunscreen, and that is the first sunscreen ever released by Glow Recipe, which is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Sunscreen. So this is SPF 50 and it is described as a broad spectrum SPF. Now this is not on the cheap side, you guys. It is £31 pricey. When I did a recent I think it was a makeup and skincare haul, I mentioned that I had purchased this in that haul, and that £31 is quite a lot of money. But then again, Glow Recipe is a skincare brand which is priced on the slightly higher end. It is a very popular range. However, I have said to you guys in the past, I have always shown sunscreens which cost a lot less than £31. However, that is not the main purpose of this video. It is to do a review on it and to let you guys know what my thoughts are after using it on and off for the past 6 weeks. And in the UK, Glow Recipe is only available via Cult Beauty, which I will link in the info bar below. So this is 50ml, which is almost kind of like the standard amount which is charged for sunscreens. So as you can see, it's in this baby pink kind of tube, and then you just wind it open, and inside you can see it's just a squeezy pump. So you just squeeze it and then it comes out. And in terms of its texture, this is what it looks like. It's not too thick and it's not too thin, and it blends in fairly easily into the skin. I'm sure you can see with the light bouncing off my hand that there is a slight glow to it and a slight sheen to it. So for those of you that like matte kind of sunscreens, this may not be for you. This is definitely more on the dewier side. Now before I do a demo on my face, just so that you guys can see what it will look like if you have got similar skin tone to mine or there and thereabouts. So Glow Recipe have said, meet our new lightweight SPF 50 to hydrate, glow and even skin tone with niacinamide, hyaluronic acid and aloe. This lightweight daily SPF 50 provides broad spectrum protection with a blend of gentle mineral and chemical sunscreen actives to provide the best of both worlds. Ultimate sun protection and blendability, formulated with hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, watermelon and aloe. This SPF hydrates, soothes and evens skin tone and texture while it protects. Our skincare forward formula delivers a dewy glow and protection for every skin tone without white cast, stickiness or greasiness. It has been allergy tested, dermatologist tested and safe for sensitive skin, which I have got, ophthalmologist tested and safe to use around the eyes, non-comedogenic and non-acinogenic, water resistant for up to 80 minutes. And they have said it is good for normal, dry, sensitive, oily and combination skin, and it addresses the skin concerns of fine lines and wrinkles, dryness, dullness and uneven texture. The key ingredients are as follows: mineral and chemical filters. Our formula features a unique blend of both mineral and chemical active ingredients. Lightweight chemical effortlessly absorbs into the skin to protect against sunburn, causing UVB rays, while mineral acts as a physical barrier on top of the skin to shield you from both UVB and wrinkle causing UVA rays. Niacinamide, which is one of my favorite ingredients that I love to use as part of my skincare routine, is a powerful vitamin and antioxidant that visibly reduces hyperpigmentation, sunspots by brightening the skin and minimizing the appearance of pores. Hyaluronic acid, which is another ingredient that I absolutely adore. Holding 1,000 times its weight in water, Holy Grail hyaluronic acid provides dry skin with long-lasting moisture and reduces the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. Aloe, which is rich in vitamins A, C and E. Aloe vera soothes irritation to hydrate the skin. Watermelon, which helps to brighten, hydrate while delivering essential vitamins and amino acids to help soothe the skin. It is vegan, it is cruelty-free, it's free of parabens, mineral oil, phthalates, drying alcohol, synthetic dyes and synthetic fragrances. It says we formulate using the minimum amount of fragrance when needed to create a sensorial, enjoyable skincare experience. Fragrance is always less than 0.5% of our formulations and 100% naturally derived. All fragrances are vegan and free of PCM compounds, acetone and much more. Now just to let you guys know what I've done to my skin so far prior to using this, I have used cleanser, I have used toner, I have used a very lightweight serum, and then I have used a moisturizer. And I would say that that was about 45 minutes ago. So I haven't applied any sunscreen and my face is pretty much quite smooth. So what I'm going to do first off is I'm going to apply a decent amount to my face. Might be a good idea to take out my nose stud at this point. Let's go in with a little bit more, shall we? Why not? Why not? and here and here. And it is fragranced, as they have said, and you do get a very strong scent of fake smelling watermelon. Thankfully, the smell does eventually go away. So I'm just going to blend it all in. So you can see that it blends in quite quickly. Oh, I really don't like the smell, you know. It actually gets right up my nose. I am an allergy sufferer and very strong scents tend to make me sneeze. Let's do it around the eye area. As they have said, it is safe to use around the eyes. And blend it all into my skin. It doesn't take too long to really blend in. Initially, when I look at my face, I look a little bit grey, okay? Bear in mind that happens a lot with mineral sunscreens, and especially combination mineral sunscreens like this one. And then I generally tend to rub the remaining amount on my hands because of my entire body, it's always my hands that tend to get the sun the most. All right, so now that that is all blended in, you can see that I've got a nice dewy kind of glow. Now, again, having dewy kind of skin is something quite subjective. Personally, I like to have matte skin because I have normal to combination skin. My skin can naturally start to get a little bit glowy throughout the day. So I don't want to start off glowy because then eventually I will end up looking greasy and shiny. I think that the way that it applies is quite nice. However, they have said it's safe to use around the eyes, which I kind of slightly dispute, especially on the inner corners, because bear in mind you need to be able to apply sunscreen everywhere. In terms of protecting your skin from anti-aging, your eye area is always the area that is going to age first in terms of your entire face, because your skin hair is the most thin. I can feel a very slight amount of burning on the inside of my eye, but everywhere else seems to be fine. So in terms of it being okay to use around your eyes, you have to be really careful because it's now going to take a couple of minutes for that slight sensation to stop, which I don't get with Korean sunscreens. The one thing about this is that I find that it never really completely sets. My face feels tacky to the touch. And bear in mind, you are supposed to actually apply a significant amount of sunscreen if you are to protect your skin the way that you are supposed to protect it. A lot of the times you will see people apply very small dabs, blend it in and say it's not that dewy, it's not that shiny, it's not that sticky. I do find that it has got a slight amount of tackiness. Another thing is that I've noticed people tend to pat it in because they believe that this can start to pill up. I've shown you guys me rubbing it into my skin as I would do with any other moisturizer skincare product, and there is absolutely no pilling. The only reason people get pilling is because the skincare they've got underneath it has not yet set, absorbed, dried onto the skin. So that is something that you need to bear in mind. If you are going to apply it immediately after your moisturizer and you don't have the time to let it sit and wait, then you should kind of pat it in, otherwise pilling will happen. For those of you that don't know what pilling means, it means when a product starts to ball up and turn into tiny little balls of product on your skin, making your skin feel really gross, and it's actually the product peeling itself off because it's not had a chance to actually set properly. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and do my makeup just so that you guys can see what this looks like with the makeup on top. Again, bear in mind I've got normal to combination skin and I don't like to have really dewy skin. I like highlighting my skin, but that's on top of it being matte. Okay, I am back. My makeup is done. As you can see, very drastic difference, hopefully a good one. And my makeup is completely matte, but bear something in mind, I have just done my makeup. Now, what I have noticed with this sunscreen is that because it's so dewy, it can actually have the effect of breaking down my matte makeup a lot sooner than what would happen if I wasn't wearing something so dewy. Now, I actually find that this performs a lot better when I don't have makeup on because obviously it's not going to start to break down. But I do find that with my combination skin, throughout the day, when I've got no makeup on, I do start to look slightly shiny. So I start off dewy and then I start to become shiny as the natural oils within my skin start to come out throughout the day. Now, in terms of of their claims saying that it is hydrating. Of course it's hydrating. It contains hyaluronic acid, evens out the skin tone and texture. I do have to say that it does do that, because when I do apply this to my face without any kind of makeup on, my face does immediately look a lot smoother. It's almost like I've got some sort of tinted moisturizer on my face. So it makes my skin look like itself, but a lot better, very nice and glowy. And it definitely kind of smooths out the texture on my face. You guys know that I've got slightly textured skin as a result of teenage acne. So when I don't have any kind of makeup on to kind of cover things, not that you can actually cover texture, but it does make things look a lot more even and smooth. Now it says without any white cast, stickiness or greasiness. I agree to an extent, but you guys saw yourself that when you apply a significant amount, which you are supposed to do when it comes to sunscreen, it still left a very tiny grayish kind of look to my skin, even once it had blended in completely. And when I'm out and about, I don't want to look like I've got a slightly grayish skin, so I kind of have to dispute that slightly. Stickiness and greasiness, there is a slight amount of stickiness, like I've said, if you apply the correct amount. If you apply less than that, you won't have any stickiness. Greasiness, not really, but like I've already said, as the hours progress throughout the day, the natural oils come out within everybody's skin. That's just how skin works. And then I do start to look a little bit greasy. The smell itself, I find it personally quite off-putting. I find that Glow Recipes fragrances are very hit and miss. Some aren't so strong, some are a lot stronger. With some, it smells very sickly fake, whereas others, it smells a little bit more natural. This one goes towards the more kind of sickly fake kind of scent that I'm not the biggest fan of, but obviously that's my personal preference in regards to scents and the way that my nose and my allergy prone self reacts to scents as well. My eyes are still slightly burning, and bear in mind, you saw me apply this over an hour ago. Yeah, it does take me that long to do my makeup when you're watching TV at the same time. So my inside of my eyes are still feeling slightly irritable. I wear contact lenses as well, and I've got very, very sensitive eyes. I've got blepharitis prone eyes, and I also suffer from very, very dry eyes. So in terms of the whole eye aspect of this, you have to be very careful not to get even the tiniest amount too close to your eyes. But then again, that kind of defeats the whole purpose of trying to cover your entire area. It is a liquid at the end of the day, and it will accidentally seep into your eyes if you're not careful, the same way it happened to me earlier. It doesn't irritate my skin at all, so if you have got sensitive skin, you'll be perfectly fine. It contains aloe, which is there to obviously soothe and calm the skin. So overall, I would probably give this about a 7 out of 10. Firstly, I find that the price is way too high for what it is, especially if you are going to use it the way you are supposed to use sunscreens, which is to use a significant amount, especially as we are now in the summer months. I find that the skincare ingredients which are within it are really, really good, but at the end of the day, when it comes to sunscreen, I'm kind of more on the protection side rather than the ingredient side of things, if that makes sense. I use a variety of other skincare ingredients prior to using sunscreen that are supposed to do what they're supposed to do, whereas for me, a sunscreen should just literally do that, protect my skin from the sun. Now, this is supposed to brighten your skin as a result of obviously the niacinamide, as well as help with dark spots and hyperpigmentation. Now, that is supposed to happen over time. I haven't used it for long enough to notice a difference in that respect. So that is something that you would only really notice if you only use this on its own for 3 months. I don't know who only uses sunscreen on their face in order to make that claim. Another reason why I've given it a 7 and not a higher mark is, again, I just don't feel that it's completely clear on the skin. So for those people that have got a lot deeper skin tone than me, they will find themselves using less of this just so that they don't get that slightly ashy look. It's because it's a half a mineral sunscreen, and with mineral sunscreens you can get that white cast. There are Korean brands out there that have managed to do that successfully without the white cast, but I just don't feel that Glow Recipe has been able to do that in this instance. So that's it for my review of the Glow Recipe Water Glow Niacinamide Sunscreen SPF 50. Like, comment, make sure you subscribe to my channel. If you've got any comments or questions about this product that I have failed to mention, feel free to ask me in the info bar below. Other than that, I hope you guys are wonderful and great, and I'll see you all in the next video.